Okay, so we do now appear to be live. So, yeah. Oh, well, let's turn on the audio before I forget. Yeah, I turned it off because I was, browsing through mods and stuff while doing something else. Anyway, so, yeah, things are now running. The stupid quantity of little horse and wagons are still going around. Hopefully those will be proper trucks soon. The one train we have is still running back and forth. Oh, also, I saw, Grand T's, experimentation thing on, doing, like, like, really steep, slopes, and whether or not you can overload, overload trains, basically. And I'm wondering if, because he found out that no matter how much you overload a train, 3 kilometers an hour is the worst it will slow down to, due to grade. I mean, obviously, if it has not enough power on flat, it probably just wouldn't start at all, but if it has, like, not enough power for a grade, it'll only slow down to 3 kilometers an hour. So, I'm wondering if that mechanic would allow you to do things like incline railways. I don't know. I've been thinking a bit about, is there a way to use the mechanics of the game to make a mod for incline railways easily? And I'm thinking no. It would probably take a bit of. I mean, I'm not exactly a modder, so I wouldn't know, but I'm guessing it would take some pretty intensive modding to pull off something like that. But anyway, I think that I'd like to try. I mean, really, I should just, keep building up the lines I have to their maximum rate and, go nice and easy like that. But I mean, it'll be, like a few $1 million, but I'd like to try and at least start on the big, long line that's going to go, from here all the way down into here. It's going to run plastic and food. So I would like to get started on that, but I don't know. I really do need to, though, do what I'm gonna do. So I need to get my other lines, up and running properly first, though, and I need to have a decent amount of money before I'm gonna start on that. And because I'm trying to do the challenge of not taking out any additional loans, I can't just, take out an extra 5 million loan and do it that way. I'd need to actually, because this playthrough, if you're just showing up, is all about getting as many of the achievements as I can in one playthrough. And I might do a couple more achievement runs like this to pick up the rest of them, but as I said, right now I'm trying to get a bunch of achievements. But anyway, while I'm thinking about it, though, let's oh, actually, no, we want to get it, like, right at the other end of the line. Sorry. I have my email client up right now, because I actually wasn't originally intending to stream today. I have some stuff I need to do for college, but I wound up having some serious technical difficulties, and so I'm keeping my email client up, because I'm potentially going to get an email at some point letting me know what I need to do to solve them, and then I'm going to have to wrap the stream up and go back to doing that if I do actually get that email while I'm live. But I said, I mean, I probably will go the full length, but I'll want to be able to respond to it quickly and as it pause the stream for a bit. So I'm keeping my email client up in order to be able to do that. So yeah, that's what that is. Anyway. But yeah, it's actually a lot more efficient though to add additional cars right before you get to the station where you pick a bunch of stuff up, because that way you spend the least money on maintenance costs on those wagons going, all the way back and forth. So actually what we want to do is put the cars on like right when it drops off, pause it and put them on. Anyway, for now though, I'm gonna, as soon as we get the money for the train dropping off these planks there, we'll want to pause the game and add all the additional wagons. Yeah. So yeah, as soon as it pulls in, I'm gonna pause, and we'll add those additional wagons, and then we'll just have to let it run for a bit. Yeah, part of me wonders if I should start doing at least these early episodes until we get the massive money snowball as a, pre-recorded type format, because then I can just edit out any waiting type stuff that we have to do. But I don't know. Yeah, I can probably only get like a couple of wagons. Yeah, I can get 2 more though, and that's a decent improvement. There you go. Yeah, it's still a fairly small train, but we can keep upgrading it little by little. And I think with the money that we have left, I'm gonna put more vehicles on this line. Or no, I don't want to configure that. I want to manage the line. Or no, not the line, the vehicles actually. Pull up this line, which currently, yeah, only has a rate of like 42. Okay, so yeah, it does just completely fail when you try and clone everything. You don't have enough. So we'll select one and just duplicate that as many times as we can. Yeah, that'll help a little bit with that line's rate. Let's see, what else can we do in here that's gonna be worthwhile? Yeah, I mean, that's the real issue right now is, like, we just, at this stage in the game, there is a lot of just waiting for money to be made. Because, quite frankly, you need a lot of money to invest in new lines, and it takes a while before you can just, reliably have enough money to do stuff. But, as I said, all new games need to start around this point. But I guess while we wait, I probably should have, run it offline, but I don't know, I wanted to try not doing that, but I definitely think in the last series it helped not have so much just sitting around. I don't know. But, I mean, we do have a bit of money. I guess I could start looking at, like, I don't know, putting in some of the smaller ones. I don't know. Yeah, I know, it's not that hard a decision, but still. Yeah, so I do want to try and do mostly train lines. I mean, we could try and pay off the loan first to I don't know. I think that probably between this episode and the next, I am going to pause the date and let it run on for a couple of hours and just get a decent quantity of money. See, what's the rate on this line? 129. So yeah, this should be bringing back more than enough planks to keep that line satisfied. Because let's see, yeah, this is shipping 76, and that line only had a rate of like 30 some odd. So yeah, that line should be kept satisfied. Yeah. So yeah, when that drops off, part of the problem is that this platform is legitimately too short now. Because it drops off 76, and that only holds either 20 or 40. So either way, it at least needs to double. Potentially get up to 4. Well, let's do that and we'll see. Does it fill up entirely? No, it doesn't. So yeah, that's currently enough. But we'll need more platforms sooner rather than later, just in order to keep it full. And I said those guys that are queued up should pick up most of what's available. I guess we can try putting in like little bits of road to help cut little bits of time off of the journey. That probably would be worth doing. Because I do think that this line is going to run with trucks as it is now for at least a while. So putting in stuff like that to cut, that chunk out of the journey is definitely worth it. I'm not sure about putting in a bit there because it would have to break through houses, and the demolishing costs wouldn't be worth it. And I don't think putting in something there would be worth it because, bridges are expensive. Yeah, that's 159,000. Although I wonder if there's a oh no, I don't have any of my modded bridges either, so I can't even try using a cheaper. Try seeing if the wood one is cheaper. I have to just go with the stone. Yeah, and that isn't solid, so I can't try pathing through there, which would honestly not be much shorter anyways. So yeah, I think we do want to just let it run. Let's see. Yeah. How expensive would putting a bridge there be? Let's just see. Really expensive, geez. Let's just do a quick experiment. So just a flat bridge over water. And we'll do it this way so we can measure it based on those. So that's about 150 grand, right? After we can just do this by angling it. So yeah, higher bridges and bridges over deeper water actually are expensive. You are charged for the height of those pillars. So that would make a bridge over, like, that bit, or over that bit, a lot cheaper. Let's just see, would that... Let's first off come back down to Earth. That's the problem, is it's not making a bridge there because it's not all water. Yeah, I don't know, I just... Yeah, I don't think it's worth that much to cut that chunk out of the route, not when it's going to be replaced with a rail line at some point here. So yeah, I think that is worth it, because that was like 20 or 30 grand, and we probably will save that much in reduced travel time. But not enough to be worth putting in that massive bridge there. That's not with the fact that, you know, this line is going to be redone. Although, now on that I would have to go back around that way, so I don't think that would be worth it either. See, while that stuff is running, let's see. I mean, we could just connect that up and just do a truck line there. But I kind of would rather wait and do a rail line. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have enough money for much of a train, but I guess I could start, you know, straighten this road out to make a little more room here, and then start putting in track. Yes, I don't care that I'm interrupting your main connection. I'm putting it right back in just a little bit. You know, and still not, like, annoyingly straight, but much less curvy and leaving plenty of room in there to run railway track. Because as it eventually, the track's going to come, you know, in a massive bridge over all of that. And we'll need eventually one coming, you know, into there, probably. We might actually come, like, yeah, probably over there, and we'll have a station come up that way. And, if we're coming up that way like that, we'd probably want to go through this side. Which would mean removing that, which isn't that big a deal, because it does actually curve around and give another connection there. Even if it is, you know, not very good looking, but... So let's see, so yeah, we need to be able to come from there, and we need to come from there. But since we're going to need to drop off that station, we can come from there, maybe put in, you know, a second station bit that's at, like, that angle. Come, like, back around there. It either takes some wiggling or some deleting of fields, but we could, you know, squirm our way through there and go through that station that's going to need to be in there anyway. drop off for that, and then come across to there. So yeah, so we would probably have our bridge like there-ish. Let's see, does that make a nice bridge over to there-ish? Yeah, we want just enough that it doesn't collision with the water. Let's see. That's actually pretty good. I might just go ahead and whack that right on in. So we can all afford it already, actually, which is a bit surprising, but so then we'll have it come off to a station like, oh, that's part of the thing, not, oh. Well then, I guess that is, let's get rid of some of this while we still can. So yeah, we are going to have to go around the other way, which means we're going to want to go from like, honestly, let's just come from all the way back there. See, yeah, so let's just see. So it actually isn't much more expensive arching it up to make the bridge. I can actually, and I do think it's worth it, because I don't like having, you know, just little bits of embankment in the middle of a bridge like that. Yeah, and if we're really careful here, it looks like we can actually get it slightly cheaper with a bridge too. But yeah, that's one thing I've found, is bridges do tend to be cheaper than embankments when you can trick the game into giving them to you. You know, a low viaduct like this actually winds up not only, you know, taking up less space, but it also winds up being a bit cheaper too. So yeah, like that, yeah, it's like, you know, if we dip it down one more, the price goes, and get a little bit of embankment, the price goes up by 10 grand. So yeah, that's what we'll have to do then. And for the station here, I guess it'll just curl off a bit sharply like that. And then we need a line that's going to go from there to there. And I guess we can, you know, just share the same bit of double track. Because we're going to have multiple trains coming up this way. I do want to leave space so that I can put on more tracks as I need them now. So let's see, do we want to go around that way? I mean, I guess we can maintain basically full speed doing that, or we could go through. Yeah, we could also go through, you know, like there-ish. But I think it'd be harder to make that turn. So yeah, no, we're gonna come curve this way. And hopefully we can get around here and still leave room. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And just barely keeping it at 120, coming up into here. Yeah, there we go. And we could probably, well, I don't know, we might be able to use a single station at that end. I'll have to see. So let's put in a bit of road. And there, just, oh, okay. So, not from there, from there. We'll snap this bit straight. And we'll just go completely straight into that, into there. And with luck, we can get a terminus station on here that will connect to both. If not, we can put a little truck shuttle, but yep, we can very easily get both of them. So we'll just put it on right there. And then I'm going to configure it to put a second track on there. So let's, come on, there you go. Do I have room to double track on that side? Yes, I do. If it actually snaps on, which it does. So yeah, I'm gonna double track on this side. There we go. Yeah, and if you aim this like just right, you can get it to actually lock onto the end there. I'm actually gonna knock this back to the road there, and then it seems like I'm gonna be bringing these in on opposite sides to what you'd want to do, but by doing it this way, it actually makes it a little easier. You can just put in a double slip switch right in there. And it actually gives you just a very efficient way to hook up a 2-track station to double track rail very conveniently. It's literally just a matter of, you put the 2 in, and you say that's a double slip. And especially with a longer double slip like that, it doesn't slow them down too much. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not terrible either. So I tend to go with that for those sorts of stations. Not always, but sometimes. And then double track over this big viaduct. Yeah, we're gonna at some point here need a decently big station in here. Let's see. For now, though, we need. Okay, so let's see. So actually, I want rail, but I actually want to lock this station onto 1 track further out to let me put in some through tracks, because this is also going to be, connecting up down to that area. And we want this decently long too, because I'd like to get direct connections to both of them. So let's just make it, a big old station. Yeah, we should have the money to put in even this big a station very shortly. soon as our train pulls in on either end, that should give us enough. So I'm gonna... Oh, never mind, there we go, it just happened. Yeah, that's gonna snap in there, and then I'm gonna start modifying it real quick while I can still get a refund on some of the individual bits. Because we don't want any building stuff there right in the middle, we just don't need it. What we want is, if possible, I'd like to just get a completely direct station connection like that. Just like that, I'll be fine. And that'll just connect it straight on into that to there. Let us drop off the steel. And I'd like a slightly nicer building this end. Actually, I think I'm gonna let's see, so it's gonna want to curve off that way from there. So yeah, I'm actually gonna put the building on the other side here. Because yeah, we'll need, you know, our through tracks going in. Then we'll have... Oh, let's... And that does give us one track in there. Oh, we just got our the next engine, so that'll be nice. Bigger, quicker engine on the new train we're going to be getting shortly. But yeah, I mean, that isn't technically enough to give us access to everything. So we can just wait and put the rest in later. Although actually I do think I'm going to take this back a little bit, because if I'm going to put that in as a double slip, we want enough room for a quick one. Although, yeah, it's not going to let me do that quick a one. Okay, now we need to start from this end then. Can I get just a little further back, maybe? Nope. Looks like that's... hello? There you go. Yeah, it looks like... Oh, that's even worse. How did it get worse? We had it go in at like 109 for a moment there. Come on. Yeah, let's do it in 2 bits like this. So if we put it in to there, and we redo that section, that'll let us have a bit quicker. I mean, it's a bit slow on that end, but it's not too terrible. Anyway, yeah, and that should be a fairly quick double slip, though. And I'll just go ahead and finish up that there. And that does give us, you know, that full connection up to here. So we could start delivering food now. And that's eventually going to be the drop-off to the steel. But for now, it can be the food pickup. Yeah. Although we did just get a bunch more money, so I would like to go ahead and finish up this station. Or at least get this platform in a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, because we're not going to be putting that... Although I guess we could start delivering the steel up to here. But I don't think we're going to do that quite yet. But I think that I am going to, though, because that's going to be peeling off there. So I think I'm going to come out straight like that and just whack the depot straight onto there. Yeah, because I'm not, well, although that might not be enough room to squeeze that third track through. Let's see, it's going to be starting there. Yeah, nah, we want that bit further. Yeah, no, that's not going to do. Hopefully we get our refund. Yep, we still get the refund. And let's remove that section too. We'll just curve this like really sharp off to the side. It'll be fine. It'll disrupt the road a little bit, but shouldn't do too much. Yeah, if we just do like, even just like that should do it. So, now let's go a little further just to be safe. Yeah, we'll do like to there. Yeah, and that'll keep that nicely out of the way. No, we want this guy. We want tracks. And then this is going to come straight on up and into it up here. Okay, just like that. Oh, it's doing that weird thing. Of course it is. Now let's see if I can just do something like that and get it to... You know, I'm gonna redo this bit. Oop, not where I wanted to break it. I wanted to do that. Yeah. I need to try and not put in my junctions too over-constrained, because the worse I over-constrain the junctions, the harder it is to edit them down the line. So I'll put it in up to there instead. And we should be able to now just bring this in same way, theoretically. Maybe if I zoom in and get a little bit more delicate control on this end. Okay, apparently I can't get in my crossover that quick. Now, let's just give in on this and just get in a fairly slow crossover here. Because as much as I'd like this to be fast, it doesn't really have to be, you know. mean, this is just to pull off for the stations, so it's kind of fine if it winds up being, like, stupidly slow. Yeah, that'll honestly do for it. Yeah. I'd say that's acceptable. I mean, it looks really good, but it'll function decently. But, yeah. I said I want to, pick up the, stuff from that platform, so I'm going to go ahead and configure it and whack on the actual platforms, and then I'll put on a building. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on a really big building over here to stick out, hopefully past the depot there, and just make the road connection a little easier and nicer. And hopefully it does have a road connection off the bat. It'd be really annoying if it didn't. Yeah, there's one. Come on. There you go. Although, let's actually do this in 2 bits so it'll just look a little nicer. And there we go. So yeah, that's got us connected up to the food there. And until we start bringing oil up, we won't start bringing plastics back, so it won't be as efficient as it could be. Also, let's make sure that this is a double slip. Yep, it is. So yeah, let's get in a new line from there all the way up to there. And we actually want, and just for, show, I want that on this side because that's, and we'll actually eventually need another terminal up in here to drop off oil, or we could do that by ship, I don't know. But I'm just making sure that on this side terminals, if we want this on the other terminal as well. Yeah, I'm just going to set these both as one-way signals real quick. Just do like that. And that should force the line onto the right tracks. Yep, there we go. And then we'll get a train with some boxcars on it and chuck it on the line there. And that should get us started. So we want the newer locomotive here. And these guys. Oh wow, not even one can go on yet. So yeah, we'll need to get a bit more money. But yeah, next time the logging train comes in, that should give us enough. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that is, you know, a pretty stupidly small train, but... it'll get a lot longer as time goes on, that's for sure. The main thing that's there to do, though, is just to trigger this to start actually shipping. Although we need to put in the truck line over at this end, though, before it will. So yeah, let's get our drop-off point there real quick. Yeah, right around there-ish. Ooh. Come on, get some money, please. Yeah, I really should have thought of this. Yeah, let's just send this guy back to the depot until... oh yeah, because I put in those one-ways. Let's... actually, no, let's let it go, and when it gets to the other station and flips around, then we'll send it back to the depot. Oh wait, nope, never mind, we just got money. We can put in that truck route real quick. Let's pause and get this done before we lose money again. Because we actually are going to have to get rid of at least a building. Yeah, no, I don't want to remove 2 buildings if I can help it. And even just removing that one's going to be real expensive. And we're also going to have to get rid of that one, too. Although I guess we could do it without that, it'd just be a lot less nice. Yeah, for now, let's just get it in without that. Yeah, we'll put it in like that. And that should give us plenty of room to get another road coming in that way to complete the loop. Then we'll just put a line there to there. And if we have to, we'll just put a truck on it from way down. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a truck on it and make it travel the long distance, I think. I mean, not too big a deal, but... no. Yeah, I mean, that truck's got a long journey, but that should... yeah, that's triggering shipment, so now the train line will start actually moving goods. And when that truck finally gets there, the truck line will start moving goods, although I will probably want a depot up there fairly soon for any additional trucks, but that was just to trigger the shipment. Yeah, at some point here, this guy should start receiving goods on the platform. Theoretically. I don't know how long it's going to take, but... okay, so yeah, that's how many it's going to be shipping. That's basically the orders queuing up, and now that it's got some grain in, some grain just got dropped off by the little shuttle line here, which really needs its rate upped, it looks like. Well, no, it's almost at the full 200, so just one more vehicle ought to do it. If we had any money whatsoever, that is. Yeah, definitely should have waited till I had enough money for an actual real train before I put that line together. You know, it's close enough to the full rate that's not really worth bothering over. Point is, that has stuff on the platform. And honestly, by the time this guy gets back down there, yeah, it's gonna be enough to fill it many times over. We're gonna need to get a lot more cars on here, too. Hopefully, I'll be able to get another one on by the time it gets down there. Yeah, just whenever I have some money, I'm gonna slap another car on. Another box car. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be able to do that by the time it gets down there. Come on, logging train. Get me some good money. Please. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this guy in the station. Because the logging train's nearly there. When it is, I can get at least one, if not two more wagons on. Judging by that, though, probably only one. Yep. Still. Now we'll let you get back to loading. And that should actually be quite a good bit of money when that reaches the other end of the line, because this is going to be going, you know, at the 55 kilometers an hour nearly the whole way, and the line is pretty direct, so this should be decently profitable as time goes on, even if it's not that profitable yet. And it's gonna get even more profitable once it starts being able to bring plastics back. But that's gonna be even longer because we'll need to get a train bringing from... Okay, let's just see. Is this... Nah. And I don't think we could get a direct connection to go to there. I mean, it already is direct connecting up to there. You know... Let's just see. Put a street from there straight into there when I have the money. Actually, not worth it right now because we're not going to be getting that anytime soon. Yeah, let's just focus on every time that guy pulls in and gets us a good payday, we'll try and whack another wagon onto here. Or actually no, we'll wait. Let's wait, and when it's on its way back, we should be able to get a couple of them right before it pulls into the station. Yeah, yeah, I definitely need to start doing some of these, at least, you know, I need to start doing some, you know, pre-recorded episodes. I don't know, maybe start trying to do, like, the live premiere thing rather than the actual live stream. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and even with, you know, just the 2 wagons, this train is marginally profitable, so once we get like 4 or 5 wagons on it, it should be very profitable. Although that depends on, actually, what is the rate of food that this is shipping out to Xiamen? 75, so yeah, we actually gained, and the line here is 15, so yeah, we can actually get to, 3 times. We can get up to like 6 or 7 wagons before it's gonna... Yeah. Well, let's try for adding 2 before it pulls in. I don't think that's unreasonable. Although I'll ditch one of them if I see it pulling up before we can get this, but... So I think we should be able to get this much, though. Yeah, I mean, that's already enough, so yeah, let's just go ahead and grab it before we lose any money. And the train should be fairly close. Yeah. I doubt we're gonna get another one on before it gets to the station, although it's possible. Nope, we just spent our dues, so nope, we're not getting an additional one. But still, that's gonna be double the profit at the other end. We'll be able to do that again, get another 2 cars on by the time it gets back. And we might need to go up to 7 to meet the rate that is currently being demanded. And I know this is like a little bit gamey, but I don't really think I'm gonna actually, you know, bother putting the although actually saying that, it's actually shipping just enough that would, if we could get to ship like 1 more even, that would actually be enough. So we actually would want to pile enough trucks on this end to get the transport up, and that would level this, and we could start shipping in from another farm. So actually, it is actually worth getting more trucks out here. Although I think first I'm gonna want to put that in. And actually, that's going to be real expensive, though, so I'm not going to... Yeah, because I'd like to see if it'll let me put the, No, there's no way I'm hitting that on the same intersection, but I could put it, like, over here, maybe. Yeah, that'd come out nice. Yeah, let's get our, thing out here. Yeah, let's just squeeze that in as close as we can. There we go. And now we can just put a few more vehicles on there. I mean, it's already up to rate 13, but we'll eventually want, you know, a good bit more than that, so even just putting one more on for now. And that should keep up with the current rate on the train itself. Yeah, and the station can actually currently handle the capacity. Well, this will need to get up to 2 platforms fairly soon, though, so let's go ahead and do that once the food train drops off and gets us a little bit of money. I don't think we'll need 3. Because, I mean, it's already at 4 cars, and it's less than 40. And we will only be going up to 7 or so, at least for now. Yeah, let's follow this guy back, and then once we are getting close to the station, when we have 400,000, because I'll want to get it on before I lose any money, we'll add those extra cars. Well, you know what? I'm noticing that there's a good bit more stutter, and I just realized, you know what's included in having no mods in order to get the achievements? The mod that I have that reduces the smoke in order to improve the frame rate. So yeah, any close-up stuff we do is going to wind up being pretty choppy. Yeah, even my just purely, you know, game performance enhancing mods, huh? Yeah, I wish that they did have, like, you know, a setting to, you know, just dumb down the graphics by a good bit, you know. Like, I mean, it would probably make it look pretty terrible, but just to, you know, because this would actually probably let me run, like, so this would probably let me run a medium-sized map on these sorts of, you know, like, set it so that the, so you know how when you, like, zoom out a bit, and then all the textures, like, snap to a lower poly count? Well, if you could set it to, like, use the low poly textures even when you're fully zoomed in, like, you know, and, you know, even lower poly textures, significantly reduced mode, you know, a lot of those sorts of things. I mean, you could even, you know, have it not do the water animations or whatever and stuff. Just have it, you know, basically just as it dumb down the graphics, basically, so that, you know, a PC like mine that's, you know, it's a decent computer, but it's not like a high-end gaming computer by any means, could actually handle the graphics better. Oh well, that's surprising. The train actually doesn't even slow from its 50 kilometers an hour going over that. Well then. Oh, wait. No. Forgot to add those 2 cars. And I'm probably gonna have to wait for it to actually pull out of the platform too before I can flip it and make it pick them up. Yeah, I'll betcha. Yep, no path. I need to wait for it to actually get out and then I can flip it. But that's fine, I guess. My own stupid mistake. And now it's just gonna pull on back in. Although, yeah, it's going to pull right on back in and pick up the rest of that stuff, so... Well, not all the rest of it, but some of the rest of it. And then if we look at the line... Yeah, the rate's only up to, like, 43. Oh, no, 15 to 75 is not 3 times, it's 5 times. So actually, I'm going to need to get up to, like, 10 cars. So I will definitely need the 3rd platform out here, potentially even a 4th. No, probably only 3, but... Yeah, while I'm thinking of it, though, let's just whack that on. Yeah, I've actually gotten a decent few mods to pretty these sorts of things up, to not put these like modern street lights on early game things, and also just other stuff to, you know, make road stations nicer. I mean, even if I don't do too much with roads, I do a decent amount with trams. And I might decide, who knows, maybe I'll try and do a map with like a road-only thing and like focus on making, you know, really nice highways and just getting everything awesome or something. I don't know. Actually, we might not want to pile more wagons onto this train, but instead make 2 of them that have 5 wagons each, maybe. Because that guy took quite a while to get up to speed. I don't know. And that would actually solve the problem over there of the not enough space in the platform too. Having that more, you know, consistent flow of smaller trains actually is a bit better in some circumstances. So yeah, I actually think that once this drops off, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to split it up into 2 different vehicles. So what we're going to do is, as I said, while we wait for it to drop off, we'll go ahead and do this. Oops, never wanted it on the front, but whatever. No, let's just do it that way. There we go. And that one's actually going to be coming out straight into the station, so we'll have that up to its full 5, and we should get enough money to do this from the dropping off. Hope. I don't know, because we'll need to spend that money on the new engine. So hopefully we have enough. Yep, there we go. And then now that one's going to come out and immediately pick the stuff up. And then, actually, let's follow this guy and see how long does he get up to the full 50 kilometers an hour. Because if he does it fairly quickly, then I think we'll up the wagon size on each train by a bit. But if he still takes a while, we might just add a 3rd. Just as a duplicate a full 3rd train when we get the money. I mean, it takes a little bit, but not that long. And as time goes on, we are going to get, you know, more powerful engines. And faster engines, too. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and up it to 5 cars on each. See, I think this is the one that's going to be modified next. Because we'll want to get 2 more wagons on it by the time it gets back to the other end. Well, actually, I'm going to turn this off for a bit, because I do actually want to see them pass each other if it's not too late. Oh, I think it is. Yeah, I think we missed it. Yeah, we did. Actually, I'm going to stop this guy in the station for a little bit and wait to get the money from the other one stopping. Oh, never mind, there we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit the button. There you go. Well, that should have been, yeah, that was before it finished loading, so it did load up the full 5 cars worth. And then we'll do the same on the other vehicle. Oh no, that was something different dropping off actually, so yeah, we'll follow this guy without this so we can see them passing on the bridge there. I had an odd thought for something kind of gamey that you could do to make something like this like extra profitable. So if you had 3 engines, right? What you could do is you could have, you know, 2 trains. One of them. Fortunately, I put the cap back on my soda because it just fell over. But anyways, you could have 2 trains, right? One that's just an engine, and the other that's got, like, double-headed with all your cars, right? Well, the one with just an engine, you stop it right before it pulls into the station, and the one that's double-headed with all your cars, as soon as it drops off, you modify both trains, and you move the second engine and all of the cars back to the first one that's already back at the station, which doesn't cost you any money. And then that immediately gives it the cars ready to pick up again and head out. And so that would basically let you, you know, have 2 trains for the price of one, effectively. I mean, it'd be a little more expensive, but you run, you know, I mean, it would be very micromanaged, don't get me wrong, but you could do it to keep your, as if you were in, you know, a really tight spot, profit-wise, you could use that to game the mechanics a little bit, and just save a little bit of money. I don't think I'm going to do anything like that, but you could to just squeeze that little bit extra. Hopefully I'll be able to get my other 2 cars. Well, it's not looking good. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to stop this guy in the station and wait for the necessary monies. We just got the next engine and the St. Petersburg streetcar. And modify, and let you fill up. Now let's check the line rate. 75 exactly. And that might have actually, this might have gone up just a smidge though. Yeah, so we might need like 3 trains of 4 then at some point here. But for now though, I think I'm just gonna let that run for now. because that should be another decently profitable, you know, really long line. And then we need a station in here to connect up to that. So let's get that in. We can use the same depot for this, save a little money, and just get the train on. We don't want super long though. See, that should give us like 80-ish capacity, I believe. And let's do a 120 meter, just in case. There we go. Now I guess that'll have to do. Oh, I missed the chance when I had the money. When that guy drops off, that'll give us enough. We might even get enough before then, I don't know. Actually, I bring this back, so long as I still have the 120 speed. Okay, so about there's where I want to be. And at first, that's going to be a double slip. I'm going to try and get in a second bit of track there soon. Come on. Eventually a train will... Oh, there we go. Quick. There we go. Yeah, and I don't think this is going to be worth putting on until we can get at least 2 gondolas, I think, is going to be the minimum to be worth actually putting the train on. I mean, I don't think it would lose money with one, but at that point it's barely worth it. Let's see. And the newest train is basically the same exact top speed, but it's got a little more power. Yeah, part of me would rather use that because it is a bit, because lower power engines are a bit cheaper, but I think that this is going to be better for long run. Yeah, we need about we need just over $1 million for this train. And we also need to get a signal, another signal in for it to work. Yeah, and when I go through and do like a bunch of, you know, intermediate blocking, I'm gonna not be doing it all one way. The one-way signals I'm putting in now are exclusively for, you know, directional control and forcing it to go the proper direction rather than, you know, I do want to be able to, you know, have a train back up along the line for a short distance if I have to. But yeah. Definitely do miss a lot of my mods, but that's kind of why I did this, is I wanted to, you know, get the practice at playing the game mod free so that I wouldn't be, you know, completely dependent on some of my mods, because to be perfectly honest, I can absolutely say that I got completely dependent on that generic universal British wagons thing. I got pretty dependent on that mod. I just realized, like, I wouldn't say it was quite game breaking, but it definitely was game simplifying and made it a lot easier. Like, even the Universal State Cars mod, like, even with them being faster, they were a lot heavier and required a lot more locomotive power because of it. And because of that, it just kind of made me realize that, you know, I kind of had, like, been making the game way too easy on myself by doing that. But yeah, we're up to a bit over 500,000, but we need to get up to a full 1,000,000 before we can get that train on. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we actually have anybody live, or if we do, you're not active in the chat, but if anybody is live and wants to become active in the chat, let me know. Do you want me to, you know, try doing the next episode, you know, pre-recorded and edited? Do you want me to run it a little while offline in order to get enough money to actually do a few things, you know, pay the loan off, get a little bit of extra money? Or do you want me to just keep on going as I have, keep on going as I have been and just, you know, run it on like this? Yeah, and outside of sandbox mode, I can't fiddle around with the date either. And that train's gonna drop off. This is the less profitable one, because it's only half full going that way, going back in, but yeah, and that ridiculous line is finally starting to get, you know, spaced out to just be, you know, well, properly spaced out. So that is actually going to bring me in. Well, let's just see. Is that line actually... Yeah, I mean, it is decently profitable. I mean, it's not, like, spectacular, but it is definitely profitable. So, that's good. Yeah, that line is going to be getting replaced fairly soon, though, as I'm going to need a rail connection, probably coming, like, up there, and... Yeah, I mean, I could, like, squeeze it, Yeah, I could put in, like, another platform there and squeeze it up that way. Basically put in a station on that side, and then use that platform there to deliver the goods down to here. Later on. That would definitely be a bit easier, well, it wouldn't be easier, it would mean not deleting 90% of these fields, basically. Because it's expensive to delete fields. I also could just put in a train station that's already going basically that way and only delete 1 or 2 fields, or maybe even manage to successfully squiggle my way through there. I don't know, but... Anyway, we're about to get up past $1,000,000, so we'll buy that vehicle now. So that guy, and it can definitely have 1, 2, not 3 though. So yeah, that's gonna go from there up to there. And that's just gonna do the bricks. And actually I'm gonna need to put another signal. This one's blocking, and it's gonna need to go in there. There we go. And actually, I'm also going to need another just blocking signal in... Oop. No, I don't need it, but I would like it. But I will go ahead and... Oh, did I already put it on? Looks like I did. No. Oh, that's not good. Oh, because I grabbed the wrong train depot. There we go. I thought I'd lost a train. Why do I feel like, you know, a manager angrily calling the wrong department, you know? Where's my train? What did you do with my train? Sir, we never got any train. I just ordered it from the depot, and I'm calling you, and you're the depot. Where is my train? But... yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and color this guy, though. I'm gonna continue with my thing of that's the cargo livery for this playthrough. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, you don't see very many trains where the little walking area out there around the boiler has actually got full railings. I mean, you see a lot of them with, you know, grab rails, but... yeah, it's a nicely designed engine. Definitely a very... and actually, I think this one might be the one I wind up keeping for that. Honestly, you know me, I'm never going to sell any of my engines. I'm just going to, you know, leave them sit in the depot forever. But this one's really pretty, so I think this might be the one that I pulled back out to get that achievement. That is, I don't know, I really do just, but both from just a prettiness perspective and from an engineering type perspective, I do like the design on this. Yeah, but anyway, instead of, you know, yammering on about that, let's get in that additional signal I'd wanted. Right about there-ish. Yeah, and that's just so that the train, instead of having to wait in the station, can pull up to there. Even if there is, you know, an engine that's... another train that's in that section. And at least this bit up here is starting to get busy enough that it does need some proper blocking. So I'm going to go ahead and just... it's not a lot of blocking, but it's, you know, just a little bit more. And I think we'll put in another block right there. And then both of these guys can pull up to there. Yeah. And this guy did have to, you know, take the long way around to get to the platform he needs to fill up at, but so hopefully I can afford 2 more. I can definitely get at least 1 more gondola on the back. But if I'm lucky, I'll be able to get a second one before he makes it to the station. All depends on whether we have a train pull in and get me some money first. just see. Yeah, I'd say that's a solid probably not. Nope, but so we can come back and put a lot more wagons on that train once it's up and going proper. For now, I think we'll want to probably ship those bricks in. So let's see, let's make sure that, firstly, yeah, that covers all the way up there. So we'll probably want to drop bricks off at 2 different stops. No. Okay, let's see, how far up does that stop cover? Yeah, we'll need another stop, like, right up here-ish. Yeah, that'll help with the bricks drop off. And that one really only needs to be like 1 or 2, but I'll make it the full 3 just so it all matches nicely. And then that line needs a lot more rate on it. So let's just manage these vehicles. Yeah, it's rate 22, so it's going to need to be about 4 times. So let's clone all, and clone all again, and that'll get up to 4 times what it had been. And then I'm going to get, well, we can't quite afford it yet, but we're pretty close to being able to afford to put in that other connection. I say as we just, you know, spend a whole bunch of money on maintenance stuff and no longer can. Yeah. That building is honestly rather... Actually, you know, there is actually a trick that you can use. It won't come out looking quite as nice. So let's see. So I'm going to do that to try and set the angle there. Now I can curve this in decently and get it, you know, right up against the back of that building. The town will frequently auto-complete that for you. As it won't usually look as good, and it sometimes will do something stupid. But if I'm lucky, the town will go ahead and build a connection there for me. Come on. Come on, Xiamen. You know you want to. Well, actually, while I'm thinking of it, though, since that's going to need to be town road anyway. Ooh, we can't get this big the full distance, but we can get it. Yeah, I'm fine with moving buildings. I just don't want to just delete them, not right now. So yeah, if we do that. Okay, so yeah, and that's stuck being skinny as well. You know, that's fine. Actually, what I'll do is I will just upgrade to this guy and force it to stay dirt, because the dirt roads are a little faster. Come on, are you really not going to make that connection? Come on, please. For me. You're no fun. Anyway, we want another delivery line from there to there, which right now is having to do all of that mess. But eventually that will reconnect, or that will auto-connect. Like, just with the way that Transport Fever does a lot of its road connections stuff, that will eventually connect. The question is, how long is it going to take? Part of me wants to do a road up through there, but I do want to leave the option to extend this station out more, so I don't think I will. But anyway, now that we've got that new line, for now I'm just going to get like 2 on it, maybe. And then I'm going to need another line that's going to come from there and drop off, connecting to there. Unless Yeah, no, that does not directly connect all the way up to there, unfortunately. So yeah, this is really just going to be, you know, a little... I mean, all this needs to be is a little, depot extender thing right here by the station. I could put it in like that, but... I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I am, you know, intentionally playing this as a game to, you know, game the gamey stuff. So yeah, well, actually, now we're gonna put these on the other side, like that. And we're gonna do it this way. Ooh, oops. You know, I need to be a little more careful with that, yeah. Confirm destruction. And we'll put this as far that way as we can. And we'll put this one fairly close to it, like that. And then we'll whack that on the back there. And put in just a little tiny piece of street, just like that. So just like that, there you go. And then now the trucks never actually have to fully leave the stations. They will just pop from the one right on into the other, like that. And we've confirmed that those sorts of lines need 4 or 5, so we'll do 4. I mean, I doubt it'll need that much yet, but still. And also, just because there is the room in here. Oh, hey! An industry just upgraded. That's nice. And we can't do that because it'll cause pollution. Yeah, that's nice. We just got an industry to upgrade. Don't know which one, but one of them just did. Actually, I'll bet you it's the food one. Bet you we just hit a high enough percentage transported. Yep, we just hit a high enough percentage. Or, nope, no, that is still... oh no. No, that is leveled up. So yeah, it must have been this one. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely is this one that upgraded. But yeah, that means if we want to set up a line to do so, we can start bringing in a second farm. And that farm is going to need to go at least to a hub by ship. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, I could get under that bridge, but I'd have to, like, cut, even if that bridge wasn't there, I'd have had to cut channels through. Yeah, if I want to go all the way by ship, I'd have to go, like, I could probably get a road down to, like, there-ish, so I could probably come out there, but I'd have to go around. Actually, no, I'd have to go all the way around all of that, and in there to get to it. Which, I mean, isn't that unreasonable. It probably would still be profitable, although ships do tend to be slower and not the most profitable of vehicles. Which is kind of sad, but... Well, one good thing is, since that would only be rate 200, I wouldn't have to worry about the rate limitations that ships tend to have, which would be kind of nice. So, I mean, if I was going to do a shipping line, this sort of thing is pretty ideal to do it with. Well, actually, just judging by this, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to get it even that far out. I might be able to get it come out of, like, that, one of those nice little harbory areas, though. Let's skip this down a little, though, try and... Actually, what I need to do is come down very quickly like that. And then put in just a little tiny piece to force it to level out. Kind of like that. And then the rest I can just do in one nice long sweeping bit that goes in right. Oh, come on, you. Come on. Don't lag on me here. What? There you go. Is that really so hard, game? Jeez. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a bit wigglier than it was the first time, because I accidentally put a couple of wiggles in it, but that's fine. Actually, I think I am gonna go ahead and put that kink in it, because it makes it come a little nicer there. And let's hope that a harbor over here will connect. If not, I'll just put it in up there and delete some of that road. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to put it in over here. And we'll make it a single large dock, because the first actually decent ship is a large one, so we're gonna be putting large ships on this pretty early. But yeah, I might cut that point off maybe, or just force it to go around. I mean, this is already gonna be a pretty inefficient line, but also harbors are expensive. I mean, a lot of stuff in this game is expensive, but harbors especially so. Excuse me. And this one's gonna have to have a decent bit of landscaping, at least on that side. Actually, I can get it a bit cheaper this side. Maybe. Yeah, nah. I'd have to either do some manual landscaping or put a road in. Well, actually, it would only be a tiny bit of manual landscaping. I only have to go like that if I had literally any money at all. Come on, trains. Why don't you come in and make me some money, please? There we go, that one's made me some money. Yeah, now I can come in way over here. And as it just, or come from there and just, put just a bit of land in there. And that way the path won't be collisioning with the water. But I'm pretty sure what the problem had been. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Went in for a moment. There we go. I'm actually going to unplug my mouse for this so I can't shake it, and then I'll just tap the touchpad and it should go in. Almost, come on. If anything comes... Oh, man. Oh, next time a train comes in, it'll be up to enough. So close, though. Come on. 500. Come on. Just need literally any of my trains to come in. Even, you know, the little tiny, stone train would give me enough. And of course, no. There's gotta be like a ton of trains due right now. Oh, come on. Maybe the logs train will come in. That'd get me to enough right in one. I mean, like, this slow climbing is just from, like, the trucks and stuff. Really, why are none of the trains coming in? They've got to, like, all be due to come in by now. Seriously. Come on, what gives? Not. Okay, that was definitely a train. There we go. Oh, and of course it shifted a little bit. Come on, let's get this in before I lose too much money. We need the connection and the dock to be within navigable waters. There we go. Here we have a new line from way over here to way over there. Oh, well, that's an interesting one. It's really... Why? Why would you think that's a good idea? I mean, okay, I guess, but... Why? Actually, you know what I might do to force this to not be this dumb is put another harbor in here and do like there to there to there and back to here, but at like a different terminal eventually. Because that is kind of ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, but is it really faster to go that way than it is to just go back along the same basic route again? I mean, maybe like, you know what I'll bet you it is? I'll bet you that that channel and that channel and that channel are only one navigable tile wide, which makes the line decide that this is not the best path for it. But that is annoying. Like, seriously. Oh yeah, we're gonna pull up the navigable waters menu. No, there's plenty of room there. There's plenty of room there. There's plenty of room there. Why? It's just being dumb. You know, I mean, I'm gonna need to connect that one up anyway, so I may as well, you know, once I get another good train come in. Yeah, that one just came in. Yeah, I'll need a decent amount more money before. I mean, I could just, you know, chuck a ship on it, but with that big, you know, looping around thing, I doubt it'll be worthwhile. I mean, it will be, you know, a very long distance route, but like, yeah, long term, what I'd want would be like a channel here, although that would require a massive bridge. Because we need to arch the railway up high enough to go over the ships. Which, I mean, once again, I probably will do eventually, but not yet. That's for sure. Definitely not yet. And we definitely can get a harbor in there, which that's good, I guess. Well then, yeah, once we get some decent money, I am gonna put a harbor in over here. Yeah, it definitely moves real slow in these early... Yeah, this definitely... One thing that I can do is I can actually download the VOD, edit it, and re-upload it. I think I might try putting up an edited version of this that is better. Like, a lot better. You know, just go through and just chop out all of the little chunks of waiting time. And just only actually show, you know, when I'm doing something or when I'm saying something that's actually meaningful. Yeah, that would definitely come out a lot nicer. I mean, I will say, you know, once the money snowball starts, once I start having the money that I can just do and do and do, then there won't be much need to trim it down, but... Yeah, I mean... If I had, you know, people in the live chat to chat with, it'd be a lot more interesting. But... I said, since I'm, you know, I said, here on my own and basically just making it for people to see from the VOD. It's gonna, you know, I said, I probably will go back through and edit this up into something a bit nicer, or at least attempt to. I don't know. I have... Oh, okay, now we can put in this harbor. Come on. Go in. There you go. And then we'll go to there. Come on. And then back there. Which... Ooh, that's just doing a lot of nasties. But I'm just gonna start this all over again. So yeah, we're gonna go from there to there, which is a no-brainer. Okay. Then we're gonna go from there to over here. Which, that would be sensible. But now we're gonna go back to there. Which is still going that way for some... I mean, is that genuinely the better route? Like, I don't see that genuinely being a better route game. I don't. Yeah, I mean... I guess I can do this, though, and as time goes on, I'll get the line up to rate 400, and it'll, you know, hit here, fill up halfway, get up to here, fill up the rest of the way, and then it'll go in, I guess. But, I don't know. Not a fan. Not a fan of it going the way out of its way. I mean, I guess it must just be, you know, a similar travel time for whatever stupid reason. I don't know. I mean, maybe if I, like, put something to force it to go up that way, I don't know. I really don't. Anyway, though, I think I'm gonna put in the shipyard over here, because game-wise, that actually is the smartest choice. Although, if I wind up doing more ship lines, I could put it out like on the island. That'd be cool. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put it out on the island. Right there in that nice little harbor there. And let's see. Yeah, we don't have the Dinara castles yet. We have these two. Which that one's quicker but less powerful, which is fine over this distance. And they're the same capacity. And this one's also a lot lighter, so actually the reduced power is fine. Yeah, this one's just genuinely better. Like, why would you ever use this one? Unless it was just for pure pretties, but like, yeah. Now that one is more expensive though, but not by much. Yeah, that one's just generally all around better. So, yeah, we need $500,000 to get one. This is long enough distance though that it should wind up being, fairly profitable. Although, it's definitely going to have a lot of, I think it'll wind up being worth it in the long run. I don't think we have any large ship. No, the Zoroaster is considered. Yeah, the Zoroaster and the Dinara Castle used to be considered small. Personally, I'm actually not too big on the change, especially when you read the actual. So the thing is, like, you read the actual text on the Dinara Castle, and it says that, in contrast to later models, it was small enough to navigate canals and stuff, and it actually talks about it physically being small enough to do things. So you'd think that it would be considered a small ship. I mean, it's huge in contrast with this stuff, but it is the length of the small dock. It's not way too long. What bothers me the most is that the Schaffhausen, which is actually longer than the Dinara Castle and the Zoroaster, which are about the same length. And the Schaffhausen it's skinnier, but it's longer, but it's considered a small ship, even though it's longer than the small dock. Which just... That bothers me. I mean, not that much, but it does bother me. Anyway, if we get just a little more money before we lose money, as we immediately then lose some money. Oh, you know what I really should have done instead of worrying about getting that something, because that's right now just wasting a lot of money maintaining those docks, is I should have gone ahead and upped the capacity on this train. I mean, I can get one more on, two more now. Although, actually, no, I have enough to actually buy that ship though, and I don't want to completely be wasting those 2 docks. So we're gonna buy this guy. We're gonna color him. Don't know what part of the ship that is actually gonna color, but it colors something. We're gonna whack him on the line. Just because I don't want those ship harbors to be a complete and total waste. Okay, so yeah, it's the roofs. That's what it colors on this one. Yeah, no, over that sort of a long distance, though, this slightly faster ship is actually going to be pretty good. I mean, it's definitely going to get replaced with something newer eventually, but Oh, really? No. Why are you going all the way around there? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, you need to go into here first. You need to pick up from here. Because this stuff will get, like, way more going to over here than that stuff would, because that's a really short distance. But that, as the crow flies, is super long. So it'll be a lot more profitable doing it this way. And that's actually why I did them in the order that I did. Once this line gets to more than 200 rate, it'll start picking up some spillover here. But until it gets over 200 rate, I mean, we'll need to upgrade this before we can bring in from more than 200 rate anyway, which is going to be split between the two, so we are definitely going to have to push to upgrade Xiamen by a good bit. But since Xiamen is getting both bricks and food, there we go. We got a shipping achievement. Okay, so let's see which one is overloaded. This one is. Clone them. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's done a little bit of funkiness here, but it's not too bad, although I will say I wish for none of that, please. In fact, I think what I'm going to do to make absolutely sure that there is none of that is I'm going to get a street, I'm going to put it in, no, not like that, I want to put it in, come on, like, ooh, no, that's not good. Well, they might just chuck that road back in before I can get any money to put, oh, there we go, we got money. Good. I'm going to put this in to there. And I'm not actually going to demolish through that building, I'm going to come up over to here, which will guide where they'll actually connect that up. And so now they should connect to that junction, which will leave me room for at least one more platform in there. Although I'll have to demolish buildings to get at it. So what I probably should have done was just, you know, gone like this and done like that. But whatever. Too late now. But you know, yeah, that covers like a huge chunk of the town. So I probably should actually eventually move that further out, although that being said, that covers as far out as it'll need to. And I believe up there is all residential. You just got another slightly faster passenger coach, so we could put in a passenger train line now. I mean, don't know if it would be quick enough, though, to actually properly connect up, though, between those two cities. I don't know. Although, if nothing else, putting in a little tram line of some sort in here wouldn't be a bad thing. So we're gonna upgrade to that with yes tram track. And I think we're gonna come down this road. I'll need a bit more money for that because we'll need to move and remove buildings here. Although we've got that stone train about to come in, so that'll give us plenty. Yeah, and I want to redo that. that's not a good place for that. Although that'll be really expensive. Yeah, let's just bite the bullet and do it. Yeah, it has to take out that bigger building to go in, doesn't it? No, that train should give us enough to do this. One of the food ones. Yeah, I think we're gonna move a lot of stuff from the one line to the other line here, because there doesn't seem to be much getting put on that delivery platform anymore. We probably only need like 1 or 2 now on that line and a lot more on the other. And that train's about to drop off, and there we go. Now back to upgrading. And I'm just going to come right around this ring road sort of as I get the money, of course, which I just ran out of money. So there's our biggest money maker, though, about to come in. So as soon as he does that, I can whack in a bit more. Come on. Show up, logging train. You usually get me like 500,000. It'll be really blatant when you pull in. Come on. Waiting. There we go. Let's hurry up and try and get most of this in before I run out of money again. I don't think I want to bother cutting through there. Actually, I think I'm going to come out around the outside here. Yeah, yeah, I'll come down this way. Eventually I might cut through there, but oh no, we got a little bit there that needs to be widened. Yeah, because 2 need to be completely removed. And of course they're the bigger ones. So yeah, just doing that little tiny section. Because I want this, although for now, we'll just not widen it. For now, we'll just do that. But eventually that needs to be widened a little bit. I mean, I'd like to put my trams on, you know, full width roads, but that's not happening, so. Anyway, let's get in a tram depot. Preferably somewhere that's... I wonder, would it be too tight of an angle to squeeze it in on this junction here? Yeah, it's not going to, I don't think. Nope. I could put it like there or something, but... yeah, let's put it in like up here maybe. It's not locked into the same height, Let's spin it around and whack it on the end there. As soon as I have some money, that is. I keep running out of money. Does money just not like me or something? Anyway, let's see, hopefully I can widen this. Yes, I can. There we go. And now let's get in those wonderful things known as tram stops, and then we can put in a tram going around the city here, and that should help expand even more and upgrade the food production place a bit more. And we don't need like an absolute ton of stops, but I would like to put in at least a few extras just to be, you know, absolutely sure that we can serve as many people as possible. And one extra one just here. Actually, I should put that just a little closer so it would connect to there, so I could just whack a passenger platform on. But, you know, I can just as easily grab a bit of street and just do that, except without the tram track. Oh, hey, it no longer does the snap straight thing. That's awesome. Wonderful. We just got the next engine, which is actually a little slower, but presumably a bit more powerful. I don't know. But anyway, does that? Yeah, and that now does cover the station there, so we can put a passenger track on there when we want to start having passenger stuff. And we'll probably quad track at that point, or at least eventually we will. For now, there's not enough money, but... And oh, I just put in a boatload of truck stops. I'm a bloody idiot. Ah, jeez. Don't just love it when you do something ridiculously stupid like that. No, we want tram stops. One there. And I want one there. I want one there. I want one. Hey, we got an award this time for putting in our first bus stop. Although it's technically not going to be buses, it's going to be for trams. But, whatever. Same difference. So yeah, we're going to go around all the tram stops. So yeah, let's buy some vehicles. And we got these guys, we'll do 5. And put them on the only line that they can go on, which is that one. And that should also help up the population, and therefore the food and bricks demand in Xiamen, which will in turn help a lot of our other lines. Oh, and that one's now starting to speed up enough. There we go, first passenger waiting. That's nice. Yeah, this guy needs a lot more vehicles on him, too. No, we don't want to manage the line, we want to manage the vehicles. Let's duplicate it. Yes. And let's just duplicate it again, just to be on the safe side. And let's go ahead on through, and so line 11 there should be the only one that actually needs to be passenger livery, which I'm going to be that nice minty green. But yeah, I keep forgetting that select all doesn't work the same way there. But anyway, so now we're going to take all of these and just make sure that all of them are freight livery. And we now have a passenger on a vehicle. There we go. Wonderful. Yeah, really whacking out all those, you know, lame early achievements that I never actually got because I never actually played a proper vanilla game. Those guys should keep up with the rate there now. And this train needs more cars to be put on it fairly soon. Because there's no way that this guy has enough rate. Yeah, needs like well over double the stuff on it. But yeah, it's definitely gonna take a while to get the money snowballed. Hopefully I will sooner rather than later. I mean, we all know it's gonna be a good ways down the line because we're playing in hard mode. And the thing with hard mode is the only thing it really does is slows down the game a bit. I mean, obviously, you get some achievements, and it's a little harder right at the bat, but once you are pro in hard mode, all it does is slow down, basically. Unless you do something pretty bloody stupid, it's kind of hard to completely lose the game once you are at all profitable. Like, even if you put in an absolutely terrible line and waste all of your money, unless you take out enough loan to counteract the profitability you had, which I'm not taking out any more loan, then you're basically fine. You can just delete the terrible line you put in and wait for your money to build back up again. So, because it is so hard to lose this game, even if you're playing hard mode, it's not so much harder as much as it is slower. I mean, it is a little harder, but not as it's more slower. This guy needs like 3 more gondolas in the long term, but I lost my opportunity to be able to afford 2 of them. But let's just whack on 3 and wait until I have the money for it. Oh, now I'll definitely have enough for 2 when this guy drops off. So I'll hit modify. Ooh, no, hopefully I have enough for 2. Nope, only enough for 1. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I want to get this guy up to 6 cars, and then the next time I up it, I'm going to split it into 2 separate trains. And if any of the good lines actually drops off. Oh, there we go. And actually I can get this. Oops. Well, I could have gotten the last one on if I'd been quick enough. Now he's up to 6. We're gonna recolor those new ones. And actually, I could whack on a 7th. Well, not anymore, I can't. And that's fine, I only planned on bringing it up to 6 before I split the train anyways. Let's see, how's my ship doing? Well, it's over here, and it's totally full. So we should get a nice tidy profit once it makes its way the rest of the way around. Oh, okay, and it is going to squeeze its way through there. That's nice. But yeah, this is probably going to be its first time dropping off, too, if I pull up. Oh no, it has dropped off once, okay. Yeah, and you can see this is a very unprofitable line, just like, it's so indirect that it's just honestly pretty terrible. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna say, don't bother with Xiamen anymore. Oh, no. No. You don't get to flip around. No. Okay, no. Okay, good. It knew what it's doing. Okay, that's fine. Yes. It's just doing donuts for some reason. I don't know, but yeah, I think that we're just gonna run this back and forth there for now. Maybe if I like put the harbor over here and trucked over to it, maybe that would be. It's clear that that's not a good place for that. At some point, I'm going to try again, because the longer lines are more profitable, just in general. Not just because you can, pile more vehicles on them, but also because you do get, just more money per amount delivered for making the longer deliveries. Like, yeah, you just, especially if it's fairly direct. I mean, this is not exactly the most direct, so I don't know how profitable the long one would be. But for now, I think we're just going to do the short one because of how... And I don't even know why it would do that. Like, why is that how is that a good idea? I don't know. Maybe I'll try flying it in via plane at some point. Put I mean, if I put an airport in there, I could put an airport in there though and deliver it in. Or I could put an airport in over... Ooh. Okay, so my question is, on that one, who decided it was a good idea to make laptop plugs loose-fitting? Like, they fall out so easily. And if you're doing something like this, with a laptop that's been going for a while and the battery's not great, it'll fall out real easy, and your battery dies. They need to, clamp in or something, so they can't do that. Whatever. Anyway, let's, no, we can't, we don't want to configure, we want to grab the line. And I'm going to start right now by just splitting the vehicle. Yeah, we're just going to pull 3 cars off of it. And, yeah, not one of these. They're more powerful, but they're a little slower. Well, I guess in the long term for freight traffic, at least right now, those would be better, but I don't know. I'm going to keep these guys because they can still go for a little bit once the speed ups. But anyway, yeah, that's going to cost almost 700 grand, so we'll need to wait for another good big drop off before we can do this. Let's see, how far off is that ship? Where are you? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a ways off. Oh, but we're about to get the really big drop off of money there. Let's put this guy back on colored. Any moment now, my money's gonna shoot on up. And we'll add another wagon to this guy while we have the money. There we go. And now this guy's the one who's due for the next additional wagon. Yeah, that's up the total number of wagons on that line by 1. And it's also up the power rating, or the average power, by a lot, so they'll also move quicker. Or start up quicker anyways. The max speed is still only 50, limited by the slow early game wagons. Yeah, we'll be on wagon speed fairly soon. Honestly, though, by the time it's worth upping the wagon speed, we may as well just, swap out the whole train. Yeah. quite like, though, these early 060s. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I've always felt that, I don't know, I mean, part of this is just, you know, purely subjective preference because, you know, I grew up a big Thomas fan, so I'm already a bit predisposed to the 060s, but I've always felt, even just from an engineering standpoint, that 060s are the most efficient because in terms of tractive effort and the ability to actually, you know, grip the rails and pull the train, the less weight that is placed on non-driving wheels, the better. You want, ideally, all the wheels to be driving wheels, which an 060 has. But if it's got, you know, like an 080 or an 010, which do exist, those wind up being a little too long of a fixed wheelbase and have issues with tight corners. And an 040 is the best for corners, but it's a little harder to make an 040 that's got a long enough wheelbase to be steady. So, like, you see here, this is driven by the middle wheel, right? But with an 040, you either need to drive it from the back wheel, which winds up being a good ways back and makes the piston placement a little harder. Or you have to drive it from the front wheel, which means the front wheel is too far back from the front of the engine. And either way, you wind up with a less stable engine that's, you know, a little more prone to tipping back and forth. Whereas with an 060, you don't have that problem as badly. For an 060, this one is a bit scrunched up in the middle. I mean, I'm not sure why they wouldn't have put that, like, under the cab area, although looking at it closely, though, it looks like the firebox is actually in the cab, so it's probably that's part of the firebox, and they didn't want to run the axle through it. Makes sense, but I like the way 060s work. But yeah. Anyway, let's add that additional wagon while we can. And then, oh man, we spent money right before right as I was hitting the button. There we go. Now let's get you colored. Yeah, I do like that aesthetic things like coloring the engines are free. Now, there's a thought. So, we have gondolas coming from there to there with a rate of 400, right? Well, I'd have to put the harbor back in. I probably shouldn't demolish it if I knew I was going to do this, but we can ship from there over to here. Okay. And then the gondolas can take the grain back into here, where we can put a road up and then ship again starting from over here. Or honestly, at that point, we may as well just put in a second rail line and ship it into here. Or just extend that rail line to come out the other end of the station, put the building over here, and do a through station. You know, if we were going to do a through station, we'd actually want it on the other side of the line, because we'd be picking up the stone coming this way. But we could definitely do that, though. Redo that as a through station and deliver, and as to ship that grain, you know, across to there, and then bring it the rest of the way in by train. Actually, probably. Well, actually, it would probably be. No, because the trains are a lot quicker, and that would utilize the same train for that chunk of the journey. Yeah, we need another platform here, which is, I mean, there's plenty of room for it. I mean, we need to put in the access to it, of course. Yeah, I mean, we definitely could, though. Yeah, I think I am gonna do it that way. Although we need money first. We'll start with just a tiny bit of platform there, because this is just for drop-off, and there's gonna be a decent chunk of run-up here. Because I do want to stick with the double slip strategy here, so we need to bring this out far enough that we can get the double slip in before that signal there. So yeah, about like that. I mean, it slows down a bit going into the double slip, but that's honestly fine. So yeah, once we get that 10 grand, we can put this in like that. And actually, while we have a good chunk of money, let's back it on up to here. And we'll get this style of station. And we'll put it in right about there. I mean, I'd like to do a station without the building and just use steps to go down it, but we'll do it this way. And then what we'll do, what we should have done. So, I mean, we're going to lose some money because we only get 3/4 of the refund, but we should still have enough to put this in. And if I'm lucky, that will transfer the contents of that station onto this one, especially, although we need to make sure we put it closer to the original station than it is to where the new one had been. Hopefully this picks up the original station. Yeah, there we go. But nope, but it doesn't pick up the content. Well, I guess that's fine. I just wasted that money for nothing. Yeah, and I'd like to keep this fairly long, although this side isn't as crucial because it's going to be still picking up speed. But this side I want to keep fairly long if I can. So I think it's going to have to, you know, we'll get it as long as we can with our current funds, I think. Well, actually, no, we don't actually need that side in yet. But until we get that bit in, we will need to do that. Until we yeah, until we get it ready to run the grain tube, we'll need to do that. And that way it can come in going that way, and we'll need to put signals there now. And this is just going to come from there. Ooh, no, don't tell me I don't have enough money to do that. Ah, no. Come on, just get... There we go. Quick. There we go. Before I ran out of money. We got that in. And then we can... Okay, get rid of that. Tidy up over here. But I'm going to go ahead and leave in the double slip there, just because. Oh, now we have plenty of money. No, I guess not necessarily plenty, but a decent chunk. Yeah, and these ones won't be one way because we already have a lot of the direction defined elsewhere, so we just need that. Yeah, and that'll keep stuff flowing. Now that won't help the rate, but that will allow us to just run this a little more efficiently in the long run. And as I said, now we can, now we can, as I said, run from there into there. And then once we do that, we can run the shipping line, as it shouldn't have deleted that harbor, but we can put it back in. And we'll need another one in over here, and we'll need to, let's see. I mean, eventually we'll need a passenger platform on this station, so we can connect the harbor off of the passenger platform, I guess, and put it on this side, although I was going to put the passenger platform on this side so I could get a nice building. Oh, although I am going to need another cargo in for that, for the oil. So yeah, let's go ahead and... We won't do the whole thing, but we'll do... Oh, there we go, that's the next ship. So we can get a bigger ship on this line, too. That'll be nice. Yeah, so we'll get the cargo on this side. Although, I'm not going to waste the money, though, on the really big, impressive building, though. We're just going to do a moderately big and impressive building. And then, once I have the money, we'll put on the ship harbor. And then just a little road going up from it to the station. Come on. Need a big vehicle to come in at some point here. And it looks like I am going to need to get a bit more blocking in up there. I put in that harbor. Oh, come on, really? I clicked. Put it, yeah, there you go. And that's just gonna go up there. Then we'll need to get in that other harbor. Although I think I'm gonna put in the track first here. I want to keep it at least 80 the whole way, so let's just go ahead and, you know, just bring it right the way out. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, just well, whatever. We can wait till we get some money. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and go through and edit out a lot of the, you know, waiting. Actually, and since I'm editing it, I'll probably put different background music in. I don't know. Yeah, because it'd be really weird skipping back and forth with the background music, wouldn't it? Yeah, it certainly would. Actually, before we try and put more on this, we need to get more capacity on this line. Yeah, it's only rate 110. So yeah, no, let you know, I think I'm gonna no, I want to try and not actually run offline for this game, or for this playthrough. So yeah, let's get both of these up to 6 wagons. Yep. Yeah, I mean, Now, the real issue is I don't want to just... I want to try and keep... You know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to end it there. And... Okay, you know what? No, yeah, I think I'm gonna do a bit of this offline, because I can tell when I'm becoming ridiculously boring. And I'm gonna try and edit that. I'm gonna pause the date, and I'm gonna try and edit that into a decent video while I wait for some time to pass. And you guys can go watch the unedited cut. I think what I'm gonna do, because I've also started trying to put stuff into playlists. I think when I make the playlist, I'm gonna only bother putting the edited cuts into the playlist, but I'm gonna leave the other ones up if people want to, dig around for them. I don't know. Like, I'm not too particularly proud of the video quality here, but I also know that from a viewer's standpoint, like, even the videos that a YouTuber looks back on and is, like, super disappointed in, when they actually, get a decent following, their fans want to see their, lame early videos. So I'm gonna leave all my lame early videos up. And with that wonderful bit of self-depredation, or, self-depreciating humor, that's the thing I was looking for, I think I will be heading out now. So yeah, we're gonna come in here, and we're gonna pause the date, but leave the game running, and we're gonna try and get some money together. And yeah, I think I'm gonna let this run for a while, and by the time we come back, I'm gonna let it run, and I'm gonna do a whole lot of just adding vehicles to lines. I'm not gonna put in any new lines. I'm not gonna do any serious improvement to infrastructure. And I'm not gonna put in that grain line yet either. I'm just gonna I'm gonna try and pay off the loan and get all of the lines to the point where they are operating to their full capacity. I probably will also wind up doing some signaling on the double track of the train line, because it's going to need it. But mostly it's just going to be lots of new vehicles. So, anyway, yeah. And bye.